All right, you guys, we got another Nittoli reaction. This one comes across the desk. This is freedom of speech. All right, so he made this about 4 months ago. I think it had over 31,000 views. So that would have been around, like, I think Memorial Day. I always get Memorial Day and Labor Day kind of crossed up, but so we here to critique, see what's going on with this one. We're here to give advice if needed, but we're gonna just be honest. Sorry, I'm a little groggy in the morning. So, all right. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and check this one out. Let's see what's going on.
Okay, I love it when people try to tell me I should shut it. They don't like what I say, but this is a free country. I'm entitled to opinions. I ain't never been a minion. I'ma speak on how I feel, never asking for forgiveness. I'ma always.
I like the opening 6 bars. Like, the opening 6 bars is really encapsulating the subject of the song.
Tell the truth, doesn't matter if you like it. You can go delete my comment. I'm about to retype and say my music's offensive. Well, then you don't have to listen, and I'm doing free giveaways. Yeah, here's a box of tissues. The founding fathers had a list of amendments. I could speak from my heart with no censor. Free to spit, put my thoughts to the pen, and never worry about dumb consequences. If you ain't like it, you should probably hop the fence, and right before you leave, I'ma mention, yeah, I got freedom. Freedom of speech. I got freedom of speech. Can't tell me nothing. I'm gonna always fucking say what I mean. Cause I got freedom. I got freedom of speech. Yeah.
I will say, like, the hook is good. The hook is good. It's catchy. That's one thing I will say. One thing, it kind of sounds similar to American Soldiers, and being that he kind of made them really close together. Like, I could see the similarities between the two. But lyrically, you know what I'm saying, you had a couple bars in there where you wasn't rhyming, bro. Like, amendments and censor, like when you enunciated the syllables of amendments and then you did censor, like, that's, no matter how you inflected that, like, that didn't rhyme. And I was thinking about something in American Soldier's reaction compared to this one. And I was thinking, like, I could see, like, the verse was, like, very general. It wasn't, one thing about now, people love information, bro. So the deeper you go with that information, people love, like, introspection and looking within themselves now. So I think if you would have came across, maybe made some examples throughout the verse, not just speaking about what free speech means to you, I think that would have been a lot more relatable for a lot of people. But also, like, as a writer, that's how you want to reach people. You know what I mean? So let's go. I don't know why is my thing not working? All right, there we go.
Freedom of speech, but what's that really mean? That means I can shout whatever, even if you don't agree, and you have the right to leave. Ain't it great to be free? You don't have to partake, but you still can't silence me. I could wrap up on this track, even if it gets political. You could hit the skip button, this ain't too difficult. You could wear a mask and then tell me I'm a racist. I could wear a flag, you don't have to embrace it.
Flag, tell me that I'm racist. I can wear a mask and embrace it. Hold up.
Even if it gets political, you could hit the skip button. This ain't too difficult. You could wear a mask and then tell me I'm a racist. I could wear a flag, you don't have to embrace it.
I can wear a flag, you don't have to embrace it, mask, and tell me I'm a racist. God, that was a potential for at least like a 6-syllable multi right there. That was, I see what you did, because you kind of enunciated the rhyming words into both bars. It was a lot of potential for that one. I'm just saying that out of preference, not necessarily whether you needed it or not.
You could wear a mask and then tell me I'm a racist. I could wear a flag, you don't have to embrace it. Ain't it crazy that I have to explain it? Everybody's free here in the United States, and I really think that everyone forgot what just to say what you want and not care what they think. The founding fathers had a list of amendments. I could speak from my heart with no censor. Free to spit, put my thoughts to the pen and never worry about dumb consequences. If you ain't like it, you should probably hop the fence and right before you leave, I'ma mention. My God.
You know, the simple fact that this was made months before what happened back in September, earlier in September with Charlie Kirk, like, yeah, you can say what you mean. I mean, like, you can say whatever you want, but that don't mean that don't go without consequence. Now that shows more so now than anything. You can have freedom of speech, but people can have freedom of expression with whatever they want to do with what you say. So you still have to, like, it's not even just cancel culture now. Like, you still have to be careful about what you say to people because you don't know what they're gonna do with that information. So it's kind of like, you know, I know you made that 4 months ago, bro, but I feel like that that almost didn't age well, you know?
You ain't like it, you should probably hop the fence and right before you leave, I'ma mention. I got freedom, freedom, freedom of speech. I got freedom, freedom of speech. Can't tell me nothing, I'm gonna always fucking say what I mean. Cause I got freedom, I got freedom, I got freedom of speech. Yeah. Hate what you say, but I don't need to accept it. But I'll still fight for your right to express it. Too sensitive, worried about prejudice. And you mad cause my president's the president. I said what I said, you can go and get the feminist. Call me a supremacist, but I got freedom, freedom, freedom of speech. I got freedom, freedom of speech. Can't tell me nothing, I'm gonna always fucking say what I mean. Cause I got freedom, I got freedom, I got freedom of speech. Oh.
It kind of ended quick. But my thing was, like, it sounded so much similar to American Soldiers, like on the bass line. Like, it's a little different on the bass line between both tracks. Let me bring that up real quick. Let me see.
We're gonna fight like American soldiers, put our lives on the line like American soldiers. Move your left, your left.
It's a little bit faster on the tempo, but you can literally put these lyrics on that song and vice versa. I think preferably, and I'm saying this as a listener, I would like to have these songs have two different vibes. These are like, you know, freedom of speech is a serious subject. American Soldiers is a very serious, solemn subject. I feel like freedom of speech should have had maybe a different beat, maybe the same tempo, different beat, but I don't know if you make your own beats or anything like that. So, I will say this. I feel like the hooks are good. The hooks are good. I feel like the verses need work sometimes. Because the thing is, I think you was doing a lot of pointing to yourself. You know what I'm saying? With the language in your verses and stuff like that. I feel like if you would have been more like, if you ever felt like you were trapped, like if you got to speak to the people, like, you know, you ever felt like, you know, you ever felt like you had freedom of speech? Like, I'm just saying as a writer, you know what I'm saying? This is almost like a hater song to the people who don't like your free speech. So I could sense that the song was very personal to you. And I can see that that you made this as a FU to all of the haters, you know, the people who don't like freedom of speech and things like that. I'm trying to analyze this as a writer, based on some of the things that I learned when I was a part of Pendulum Inc. songs like this, like meanwhile, it does have a mainstream sound. It does have a pop music-y sound. I feel like there was many different ways you could have took this. I think I would have probably made more like if you'd have did freedom of speech and then talked about the martyrs of freedom of speech, like people who died for what they believe in. Like if you'd have brought it to like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, various people who had passed on because they said what they said, I think that would have brought a lot more people into it writing wise. You know what I mean? Cause and plus, like when you know what I'm saying, this song called Freedom of Speech, but if you'd have had that, even that, and I'm talking to you as a YouTuber, but if you'd have had freedom of speech and then the thumbnail of like Martin Luther King and people who passed, like who were assassinated or anything like that, that would have had a more powerful statement. Okay, so what does he have to say about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X when it relates to freedom of speech? Like, I think it would have made the audience more curious, and then you would have had much more views and stuff. Because I could see with this vidIQ tool, you kind of peaked after about 35 days. Yeah, you kind of peaked after like 35 days. And like I said, bro, like if you need thumbnails, like, cause I checked out your page, and I'm saying this as a YouTuber now. So, but I checked out your page right before I started reacting, and I was looking at your shorts, I was looking at your playlist. Um, I want to ask you a few questions, but do you have a Facebook? Do you have a Facebook, first of all? Do you have um and do you need thumbnails? I think thumbnail wise, you could do better. Thumbnail wise, I think you need more uploads because you hadn't uploaded in a month. And honestly, bro, like if you nowadays the algorithms are different. I noticed that you got a lot more views like maybe a couple of years ago. And oh, so you did a collaboration with Black Pegasus. Oh wow. Oh wow. Um then you did a Rittenhouse. So you're very in tune to the political rap. Very in tune to the political rap side. Okay. I think I think you if you made music around trends, like let's say if the Diddy thing would have went down, you would have made a song about Diddy. Yeah. Then because you got a couple outlier videos, like especially this one, American Soldiers, that was did really well for you. Um, Mumble rappers did really good for you. And I remember some years ago, I seen your name floating around too. Um, like to me, some of these thumbnails need work. But I'll have to check out some more of your music independently to have a very much a better opinion. But I can see you jumped on the trends a little bit with the Squid Game, the Grinch stole hip hop. I can probably tell that's a metaphor for something else. Um, yeah. If you need a thumbnail guy, I can refer you to somebody. The guy that I use, and he can make thumbnails for you. Um, actually, his name is in my comment in my description box. The thumbnail guy on Instagram. So, um, I'm just trying to help you. I like helping people on their YouTube channels. But overall about freedom of speech and American Soldier, I thought freedom of speech was a solid track. Um, and but I could tell that these songs go out of relevance real quick. like a song like this would be really good on like election year. Um, but I noticed that you didn't do anything about Charlie Kirk. Like you could have blew up if you'd have did something about Charlie Kirk. So, but with that being said, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. Enough for the talking, but I'll catch you at another one, man. Appreciate you for reaching out. Um, but catch you guys at another one. All right. Peace.